If you're working right now and you have a 401k, I need you to hear this. You are not saving for retirement. You are quietly walking into one of the biggest financial traps ever created. And the worst part? You won't feel it until you're old, tired, and it's too late to fix. You think you're being responsible. You think you're doing the right thing. But the truth is, your 401k may be setting you up to be broke. Right now, you probably check your 401k and feel proud. You see the balance growing. You see those green numbers. You feel safe. You think, I'm doing what everyone says I should do. But what if that number's lying to you? What if that big balance is not what you'll actually get? What if a huge part of that money doesn't even belong to you? Because that's what no one explains. We were all taught the same story. Work hard, save in your 401k, retire comfortably. It's drilled into us from our first job. Your employer pushes it. The government promotes it. Every financial ad praises it. So we all believe it must be safe. We all believe this is how people become financially secure. But that story leaves out something very important. I remember the first time I really understood what a 401k was. Not what they say it is, but what it actually is. And when it finally clicked, it felt like someone had pulled back a curtain. Because a 401k is not a savings account. It is not an investment account. It is a tax agreement. You are not building wealth. You are making a deal. A deal that says, I won't pay taxes today, but I will pay them later. And that sounds good until you realize you don't get to decide how much. We all assume something dangerous. We assume taxes will be lower when we retire. But look around. Governments are in debt. Healthcare costs are rising. Populations are aging. Do you really think taxes will go down? Or will they go up? Right when you finally need your money. Every dollar in your 401k is untaxed. That means if you have $500,000 in your account, you do not have $500,000. You have $500,000 minus whatever tax rate exists later. And that tax rate is not in your control. Imagine working 40 years, skipping vacations, saying no to things you want, being disciplined. Then you finally retire, and you realize the government takes 25%, 30%, 40% of it. That's not a market crash. That's not bad investing. That's the rules of the game. And you were never told. When I realized this, it changed how I saw retirement. Because a 401k doesn't just grow your money, it grows a future tax bill. And the bigger your account gets, the more attractive you become to the IRS. They don't see your dreams. They see revenue. And then there's the part nobody talks about. At a certain age, you are forced to start withdrawing, even if you don't want to, even if you don't need it. They call it required minimum distributions. But what it really means is, pay us now. Your retirement account becomes a tax pipeline. You built it, but they control when it empties. So when you look at your 401k, stop seeing it as your money. See it for what it is, a shared account between you and the government, and your partner gets to change the rules. This doesn't mean the 401k is useless. It means it's dangerous if it's the only thing you have. We need to understand the system before it uses us. In the next video, I'm going to show you how people quietly escape this trap and keep more of their retirement money. Because once you see how this works, you'll never look at your 401k the same way again.